Mike DeBrain 5538, my channel on YouTube, if you come to me from a different channel. This is specifically Guitar Lessons 1.5.3, the 54th lesson in my series. If you're absolutely brand new to guitar, for the new viewers, then check out Guitar Lessons 1.0.0. Just over 1 hour long. It'll take you from acoustic, electric, through all the basics. Sit with pen and paper. I will teach you to play guitar in 1 hour, and it won't take you that long thereafter. You know, the acoustic guitar is the simplest instrument for a novice to learn to play, and that's apparently official. It's estimated that 82% of the world's population, before they die, wished they could play a musical instrument. It's estimated by Fender, the major manufacturer of electric guitars and acoustic guitars and equipment, that 10% of the world's population play guitar. So get into it, enjoy it. What I'm doing here, I'm going to show you the secret sauce for super shredders. Not that I am one. In 2 weeks' time, I'm turning 66. But I want to know, since I was a teenager, what they were doing, especially in the 90s after I gave up guitar. So I started at the age of 14. And you know, if you didn't have wealthy parents, which I didn't, you struggled to get information. We did it by watching other kids, by watching other professional guitarists as underage patrons in nightclubs. And I'm not ashamed of that. My passion was to learn by watching another guy's fingers. I only found out, I won't be embarrassed to you, my first musical scale, even though I had performed in bands, on quite large stages, over 1,200 at one venue, on 2 occasions, 300, and smaller venues, 50, 60, 200 people. But I played by ear. But I always wondered what these guys were doing. I have qualified myself by watching YouTube for some 5,000 hours the last 8 years. I was researching songs because I can play by ear since I was a teenager. I didn't play guitar for 30 years, but by the age of 54, I started again. By the age of 56, 10 years ago, I've clocked up something like 12,000 hours in the last 10 years alone. But I'm still learning daily. Now come along with the journey. Sit with pen and paper if you're new to guitar. What I want to teach you is some of the secret sauce of these super shredders. Now I'm talking about big names here. John McLaughlin, Joe Satriani, the late Allan Holdsworth. Yep, I got mocked in a video I did when I showed the public how I analyze a little bit of Allan Holdsworth magic, some of those runs he does. He loves outside. But let me assure you, you need to understand minor pentatonic scale as the most basic building block of our sort of music. Rock, blues, fusion, it's Western music, it's an absolute building block. Now you normally would start, if you start soloing A minor pentatonic, you've got a root, a minor third, a fourth, a fifth, and a flat seventh, and a root, a minor third, a fourth, a fifth, and a flat seventh, back to root. So without moving your fretting hand, you know, you the octaves, 3 octaves of A without moving your fretting hand. That's what they call position 1. You're coming off the root note, for, you know, for the beginners. I'll go a bit faster now. Position 2 is coming off the second available note, the minor third, which is a C note. And then position 5 is 2 frets below position 1, coming off the G. Now, if you can combine position 5 and position 1, you will be playing 98.9% of your favorite rock groups of the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s and beyond, and blues, because that is what the record companies didn't want you to know. Now, getting back to what I did when I opened, I played 3 positions of A flat minor pentatonic purposely, because if we're honest with each other, how many of you rock, blues, and fusion players care to play in the keys of F sharp, G sharp, or A flat, You know, if you're going from G to A, you're going G sharp. If you're going from A to G, you're going A flat, just in case, because the internet police will get hold of me, and the musical nerds will tell me it's a G sharp and not an A flat. So, you know what to do with yourself. Get a life. Okay, as long as you understand how the 12 intervals from the open string to the 11th fret and then from the 12th fret beyond are made up. Now, you can go check my lessons. I've got lessons on intervals and many other things. Now, the important ones are, to me, when you want a solo, intervals, the 5 positions of the pentatonic scale, specifically the minor pentatonic scale, and don't neglect the major, but you just change the minor third to a major third, and then that's Rosetta Stone 1 in my language. Big breakthrough for me, and I want to share my breakthroughs with you. I'm very sincere. As I said, I'm going to be 66 in 2 weeks' time. Since I was 14 years old, when I played guitar, I craved to get knowledge. And I told you earlier, I only learned my first scale because an amateur bass guitarist I played with was talking about A minor pentatonic, and I had to go look it up on the internet to see what it meant, even though I've performed in venues up to 1,200 people and played in bands, garage bands and little club performing bands for 7 years as an amateur. So I played you specifically A flat minor pentatonic, but I played in 3 positions without moving my fretting hand. I played position 1 combined with position 2, then moving into position 3. And that's all I did. And if I can speed it up, and I urge you to tap your foot if you've got an internally built metronome when you're practicing it, and you go slowly. Because when you play something slowly, now remember, this is not a boast channel. This is about sharing knowledge with you sincerely. This morning, I get up every morning, I have a cup of coffee, and I read my business emails. I have a quick look at the newspaper for about 2 minutes and don't poison my mind with that nonsense. But instinctively, I found myself doing this. 10 minutes later, I went to look at some YouTube videos, in that I've spent thousands of hours the last 10 years, if I haven't said that already, watching YouTube videos as well to gain knowledge. And that's why I want to share it with you, because you can spend thousands of hours. I've spent over 5,000 hours. And I was playing those sounds, and the algorithm in I've got an iPhone that I'm recording on here, picks up those sounds. And the next thing, they presented a video to me of the legendary John McLaughlin playing the Billy Cobham song. And guess what? It was being done in E flat. Now, A flat minor pentatonic goes very well with E flat, because it's a single. And that's about the rhythm backing that you need. It would have been easier on a guitar standard tuning. They were all tuned down to E flat. But I listened to his solo, and he's got that legendary style of his, John McLaughlin. But when I listened to it, I could clearly hear he's just playing, in my case, he's obviously tuned his guitar down a half step, as I might have mentioned, thanks to this gentleman, late Jimi Hendrix, who liked tuning his guitar. This guitar is a standard tune. But that's what got, once again, reinforced to me the importance of knowing and being able to fluidly know where those notes are. So it doesn't happen very quickly, because I've been doing this for about a year now. Not this, but playing 3 notes per string, slowly. So take it easy on your hand. Not everyone's got that reach, to be honest, I'm not boasting, but it can hurt you. And just remember, bring your arm round like that. Especially when you stand up, make sure it's coming round. You're not playing thumb over like the late Jimi Hendrix would, that's blues. Okay, this is a different, sort of a classical style. So, but get to know. So what I was doing was just rabbiting it off. Note I'm changing fingering because you're going to choose what feels best for you. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get at this. I just made a mistake because I'm practicing. Another mistake, but at least I heard it. Then analyze each string shape. Minor third, whole tone. Minor third, whole tone. Whole tone, whole tone. Then just get used to doing that. Look at the top string, same as the bottom. You might do that to get some string skipping going. And then you might just go like this. Then look at the next string. Whole tone, minor third, whole tone, minor third. So now you've got all the shapes. Whole tone, minor third, whole tone, then whole tone, minor third, whole tone, minor third, whole tone, minor third, whole tone, minor third, whole tone. Now I want to show you one. This is one that I must work on a lot more. Okay. From the G string to the E string with string skipping. But now, the importance what I want to show you, incorporating the B string. Can you see the shapes that developing here? But I'm focusing on these 3 fingers to get the coordination going. Adding the D string in now. That I haven't been doing for more than 3 weeks, but not often enough. Because I would have mentioned to you about a month ago, I think it's something all of us must go and do. Now, if I knew all this stuff 12 years ago, I'd be a lot better guitarist today. That's why I'm sharing it with you. You see how now I'm playing, remember, in a guitar in standard tuning on A flat minor at the 4th fret. So I'm not letting the fret markers per se guide me. I'm having the muscle memory guide me. Hopefully you can see it slowly coming. But now what I've got to do, and I hope you're still watching, what I've got to do now is really work into these shapes. Because that's what I want to do. You know what I mean. If I had some drums going, So look at those shapes. But I hope you're getting the motivation for what I'm trying to do, because you know what I really want to do. Now you go look at John McLaughlin and you listen for those sounds and you will hear them. He might be in a different key. Then all you do is calibrate your ear by playing it through yourself in the key that he's in, and then put the recording on and you'll hear it coming through, but with his... But guess what? Having analyzed his video, he's making extensive use, like all the other greats do. Yes, and they do other things like, especially the fusion players. They love that, bring in the diminished stuff, you know. That sort of stuff as well. But there, you can see. Now, I'm not concentrating, but you're getting the idea. If you want to go outside and start throwing your listener's ear around. You know, you start jazzing it up like. Thanks to Eddie Van Halen, just playing D minor augmented, sharp 5, you know, augmented. Always a good idea to put the sound of what you're trying to play over, or you've got a loop pedal and you just have that single chord and then just put a little tap on it, nice and slowly. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I'm not thinking because I'm thinking what I'm going to tell you, but you know, you work out a pattern for yourself. Know what notes are available. You can make little melodies. And then you can just go crazy. Because you have the ability, because your hand will know what to do. It's not so much your hand, but your brain will know where to put your hand. You heard mistakes? Well, I heard them as well, and that's important. But we're practicing here, and that's the emphasis. Don't be shy to make mistakes. How else will you learn? Thing to pick with, eh? But keep it out your nose. Hopefully I'm whetting your appetite what I'm trying to do. But you're not going to be able to pick up the guitar if you haven't done this before and just do it. Because if you are, then you're some sort of a demigod. But you see, I'm not good enough yet, because the moment I let my concentration down, I'm stuffed up. You must be in the frame. You must be focusing when you do it. I'm just trying to make it interesting to myself. But when you get the shapes, then you start like that. Yes, that's permitted. Yes, that's permitted. That wasn't. Yes, it was. No, yes. No, it wasn't. It's a sharp 5. Or should I say a sharp 4, flat 5. So I'm starting to play around now. I'm introducing the blues note. the blues scale over my minor pentatonic. You got the idea, hopefully. I hope this helps you, because if you get it right, your friends are going to go like that, like, what the? So I'll just keep trying. Fretting hand. It's going to hurt like hell here. If it does, go like that. Walk away, come back, go like that, shake it around a bit. Oh, I can feel that. Feels nice, because I've been doing this for about an hour, to be honest, because I only decided to record after I was jacking around. At least you'll know where to put your fingers by now, I hope. Yet for me, not my time yet, but when I come back tomorrow, it will be better. That's one thing. Something in your mind makes it get better, because it is your brain processing. That's why you go slowly. You go slowly if you haven't got the tendency. Now, I can, as I've been doing this for, it's probably playing for 2.5 hours in total today, but I've been here for more than an hour. Gotta love those blues notes. As I say, go slowly, because you've got to build up the strength. Trying to give you ideas what you can do. That when you've got the strength, it will come. And when you've got some music going, you will see what will happen. You can look at some of my videos. Things pop out sometimes subconsciously because you've done the homework. But I'm no expert at it, as I said. And thanks for viewing, and thanks for your subscriptions. Going to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. See ya.